Well, sunshine with scattered showers is the forecast. We shall see. Where am I going? Oh, where did I go yesterday? Nowhere. I went for a haircut. That's all I did. I was just very, very tired after that zombie shift. Now it starts pouring down. I'll turn around and come back home. I went to a new barber's here. That was a cafe before. Now it's a Turkish barber's, open on Sunday as well. £9 it was, so I give him a tenner. And he didn't scalp me. I normally go to this one, a Pakistani, who's open on a Sunday as well. And whatever you ask for there, you get the same haircut. Yeah, there must be about 10 beautician shops for ladies, ladies hairdressers and beauticians. And there's 3 or 4 barber shops, well 4, but one's got funny opening hours, a girl does that. Where am I going? Well, yesterday, that lazy day was spent watching a new DVD that arrived yesterday. The 40th anniversary edition of Railway Children. All I had was that one on Sky Plus. Although the only difference between the 40th anniversary one is there's interviews with Bernard Cribbins, Jenny Agutter and Sally Thompson. You never talk to that lad because he's gone to America. Although both Sally Thompson and Jenny Agutter lived in America for many years. Very windy. And I thought I'd go somewhere where I've not been before. I tried to find it, but I didn't take a map or study a map. And I brought my map this time. Wycoller, a ancient pack horse bridge. Wycoller Hall is in ruins. So I thought I'd check it out and maybe have a run into Haworth, because I want to find that 3 Chimneys house, which is actually a farm called Bent's Farm, north of Oakworth Station. And I was looking yesterday, Bernard Cribbins has a little pedal tricycle and he delivers a hamper down this little country lane and comes to a wooden, well, it's a stone stile actually, and he struggles to get over it, so he goes under it. And if it's privately owned land and you can't go up it, you think the locals would cash in though, wouldn't you, and open the tea rooms or something. I suggested that to Sally. She lives in London near Baker Street. I said, why not move to Haworth and open a tea rooms? Her husband must have plenty of money if you're living in London. Well, here we are in Colne, home of Wallace Hartley, the band leader on the Titanic, and there's a small memorial to him there. I've been there before filming, and he's buried in the local cemetery, as you'd expect. They actually recovered his body and found items with his initials on to identify him. Poor Wallace. little stream, so where's the pack horse bridges then? These houses are lovely. Ah, there's Wycoller Hall. And that's the ancient pack horse bridge. Ah, that's where Jenny was sat. A lot less trees back then. Oh, good, I'm glad I found the spot. I'll just test the battery.
Hello, head nurse.
Yep, still working. It's a ruined hall, I'm not sure when it dates from, I'll do a bit of research, but this is the ancient pack horse bridge. There's another that's got a hump on and it's very scary. Yeah, would you take your horses across here? Even my legs feel a bit wobbly. Historic building, no climbing. Beware of uneven flooring. Where's all the stones gone? When it has been ruined. Probably dates from the 16 or 17. Oh, there's an information board there. Twerp. Let's see. $15.50 or early, the original structure. New wing. 1773, Henry Owen Cunliffe inherits the hall aged 21 and makes alterations. Visited once or twice a year to hunt and shoot grouse. They're a lot more complete in 1900. So people have pinched all the stones, haven't they? It says no access apart from people that live here, but cobblers to that, not walking down a long lane and back up it. Yeah, so this is a filming location. The doctor was on his horse and trap. Jenny was sat on that uneven hump bridge. There should be a blue plaque where her bottom was. And it's a very famous bottom, isn't it? As it's clearly seen in Walkabout and Logan's Run. And something else he did. Look at this old forward. Could walk across that, it's only about 4 inches deep. So Jenny was sat on here with her legs dangling. Oh, this is the uneven one, yeah. Look at that. She's very brave, dangling her legs over there without falling. Someone probably grabbed round her waist. Stop her dropping in. Jenny's bottom was here, 1970. I'm going to bring my still camera, but you can take fairly decent stills from this film with the days and the time on. Must be ancient, that, mustn't it? Bentley. Not looking around the ruins of the hall. You can come here if you like and do it. And I'm not continuing up that lane. I'll carry on to Haworth. Like I said, I brought my map books. Must continue somewhere, but I'll have a look on the film. Maybe it does lead to Haworth, because they're not that far off. Oh, Northwood Road, it says. It says circular walk on that little sign there. So, been here at last. Imagine getting lost last time. Twerp. Lovely old houses. Look at them. The weight must be incredible on them beams. In a mention, I also, that one's for sale. I also sent for the 1968 dramatisation, which features Jenny, again as Roberta, with different people for Phyllis and Peter and the mother and dad. And Lionel Jeffries was coming back from America to film Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and he was reading the book. He borrowed it off his daughter Martha and was reading it. He thought, I could make a film of this, and he made that charming version in 1970. And then in the year 2000 there was a remake of it, nowhere near as good, with... Hang up. It's alright, don't panic. Rabsy Nesbitt played Albert Perks and Jenny played the mother, and I got that as well, and it was, like I said, it was sort of interesting. And it's on a review on eBay, it said do not compare it with the Lionel Jeffries charming, sentimental, magical version, and they're quite right, I suppose, but you know, you tend to do just that, don't you? Compare it to... It's like if you remade bloody Star Wars or something. Pointless, because if it's been done to perfection... I'll stop here for this car. You don't want to remake it. So like I said, they couldn't capture the magic of nice old little Lionel Jeffries version. Right, well, should I go back the same way? Could do, because it's on that road to Haworth. Hope you can hear me. on the passing point. It's quite a common place with visitors. There must be, like it said, a circular walk. She didn't wave. She did, thank you. I'm watching Lionel Jeffries in a classic comedy two-way stretch with Bernard Cribbins and with David Hodge, who played a big burly fellow prisoner. And in the film Railway Children, he played the band leader. So they're all pals. Can imagine Lionel Jeffries phoning Bernard Cribbins and David Hodge up. You fancy a part in this film I'm making? In fact, it said on Wikipedia that Lionel Jeffries was considering playing Albert Perks, the railway porter, himself. But then thought, no, I'll get Bernard to do it because he's got a lovely sense of humour. And he added that little silly part of himself to the character, didn't he? Me, sir, I'm Perks. Oh, no. Best remembered for the Wombles. He was in a couple of Carry On films, but he never stayed with the Carry On team. I don't know why. Carry On Jack in 1963, I think it was. What was the other one? Forgot now. Unless it was just that one he was in. Right, well, despite the looming clouds, I'm going over that way into Haworth. And there's a back road. A back road which leads to the farm, Bent's farm. But like I said, I'm wondering if there's restricted access. Could always park my bike on the road and have a walk up. There are some minor scenes I wanted to check out in Haworth, but like I said, I'm not sure about parking restrictions. I don't fancy walking up that big steep hill. I've never been to Haworth. Mum and Dad used to go a lot. And have tea and a meal in a pub. Although my dad would have had a few beers because my mum was driving. That's the main road there, we're not too far off then. You're doing all of it. Kangaroo jumping, is it a woman driver? Yeah, I thought it was a longer road than this. Only horse trophies. Horse troughs. Trophies. Smell of burning. Not my bike, I hope. No date stones on these. Anything with mullion windows tends to be 1600s, doesn't it? Right, well, a 7 mile long road into Haworth. It don't sound so far, does it? It feels a bit further because it's a sort of a barren road. And when I was coming back last time, either the camera went off or I forgot to press start because I was a bit tired. I didn't know how to eat. I've not brought anything today. Silly really. I should stop, buy a bottle of water or a pop or a Lucozade and a pie and then stop and eat somewhere. Can't pass on them stones. The Elm it's considered an outcoming. It's about 100-year-old or something. Yeah, another bridge, like I said, there's lots of little bridges, but they're the main two that everyone goes to see because they're ancient. And if they get flooded, imagine if that little stream turns into a raging torrent and goes over the edge. It's like a church, doesn't it? Huh. 1914, that's not old. Are you going to Haworth, Gladys? Thank you. Bed and breakfast. Get bed and breakfast here and explore Haworth. What's he doing? Scatty old bat. It's almost a straight road through, slight left turn halfway through. So we'll just see the mileage. Come on. I can't see. 71.5. No wheel clamping. What's that say? Emergency vehicles only. So is that for push bikes or what? Looks like it, doesn't it? We're still recording, let's check. Yeah, well all I want to do is have a look at the front of the museum, see if it resembles a doctor's house. And see where those gravestones were, where Peter was hopping about on. Oh yeah, that's the door. What's on the film? The pointy top. It's in his pointy top gate. Must be a new one because they've got the doctor's name off. So look here where the doctor was lying back with his feet up. So look at the gravestones. Charlotte Bronte taught at this school, built in 1832. Charlotte's wedding reception, 1854. Oh, these are the gravestones he was hopping on. Some of these are ancient, aren't they? Well, I say ancient. They really survived beyond the early 1700s and late 1600s because of the weathering. Very crowded, isn't it? So Peter was hopping about on these. And alerted the doctor to the poorly Russian and the poorly mother. Yeah, I think the maid told Peter to go and fetch a doctor when Mum had flu. So these are quite well protected because of the trees. In memory of Lydia, wife of Simeon. They get buried, don't they, with all the twigs. Right, well, that's ticked off my list, but where's the main street to Haworth? Let's see. The Bronte graves. The Bronte family not buried in the churchyard, but in a vault beneath the church itself.
He's been telling Mother his life story in French. She said, would you please come directly? He's got a nasty cough. And he's been crying. Oh, don't smile. Please don't. You wouldn't if you'd seen him. I've never seen a man cry before.
Haven't you? I do it all the time.
King's Arms. Ah, here's the main street. King's Arms, that's in the film. Will I get a parking ticket? I'll have a quick look because, like I said, the steepness of the street means that I'll struggle to get back up it. An old pub. Say King's Arms on the side. Yeah, the filming locations when I went round collecting for Albert Perks's birthday gifts. And of course none of the, I'm not sure if they were genuine or not, cobblers and what have you, and what some chap made him a shovel. It's a funny bit because you stop in front of one chap. Would you like to contribute to Albert Perks's birthday presents? No, I can't stand the man. No, I would not. I hate the man. You can get a leaflet that shows you all the film locations. So like I said, I'm not... where's that steep main street? Oh, that's it, isn't it, down here? Missy Baton's sweet shop. Hey, where did I come out of? King's Arms. Can't get lost, can you? Bronte Parsonage, that's where I was. Lovely village, though, you can see why it's popular with visitors. Cabinet of Curiosities. Emma's Cafe, see that could be. Sally Tomset's Tea Rooms. Zambook. Got a light shower coming. A black bull. This is that sloping main street. Vintage clothing, the souk. So I was on my bike down here, would anyone complain? There's vehicles at the bottom. Bakery shop. Souvenirs, Jacka Bimble, the smallest shop. Go on then, stand it on, have a look. Not many other people have done a proper wander down here, so why not? This is for the benefit of people that are into the Brontes. Not necessarily going to be railway children fans, because did they come down here? Books, records, CDs. Yeah, that railway children's CD you can get, which I've got the LP of, is actually quite rare. And one's £30, it'll lose 45 on eBay. See cars come down. So it's not closed to traffic. Jack B. Nimble, the smallest shop, gifts and novelties, and it says it's a gallery. When I risk this on a bike, back brake only. Bit steep, isn't it? Cream tea at the Hawthorn. Clotted cream and jam. Hill Climb Recovery Centre. Because we didn't go right to the bottom. Is that the filming location? Let's have a look. No, I thought it was a little narrow street. That sound like a heavy breather. Pussycat. Like I said, the only filming locations are when they were going around those shops, so it's not that big a deal. Well, let's find 3 chimneys. Yes, I'm very unfit despite not smoking at all and not drinking much. I am 55. No parking ticket, good. Big snail there. Right, well, so it's a road to Oxenhope. Marsh Lane, I'll stop and check my map. Lovely village, isn't it? Well, what little we saw of it. Come here, park up, have a proper shufty round. Another exit for access. And if anyone says that, I'll say yeah, it's access to the Three Chimneys. Let's go down that steep hill. Why not? I didn't have energy to walk down it then up it, so mate, where I've got an Ivy's vest on. I'm an official pain in the butt. Oh, not so bad, with the back brake slightly on. Yes, I'm filming a little bit. So I got down as far as this Jack Be Nimble, which is now a gallery. I'm glad I didn't walk down, not a lot here, is there? Just ornaments and stuff. Another pub. See, from Colne you could come here in a taxi, glug a few beers and then taxi back to my mate Kevin's and then back to his house where my bike had been. Look at that new build on a street like this. 1940s tea rooms. Ah, a sign there, Oxenhope, 2 mile. Haworth Old Hall Inn. Oh, there. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Would be short gravel, wouldn't it? So are we going to see a little wall at the end, and is that where Albert Perch's tricycle was? Well, there's 3 chimneys on that, isn't there? No sign of a stall though. Or is that it? Bent's house. Oh dear. It is, that's that stall there. Well, you know, that's that little lane where Perks comes up with the tricycle. So that is 3 Chimneys, but as it's now private, you can't have a shufty round. There's something online about it being for sale. So that's a little nook where Bernard Cribbins got the basket over on his tricycle, and you see. But I'm afraid it's a private house now. But if I owned that, it'd be open to the public. Tea rooms, B&B, £100 a night. They must be well off, them that's bought it. Right, well, oops, put a fly in my face. Yeah, still working fine, pleased to say. Yeah, so that's the Three Chimneys. Pity we couldn't see the back end of it. There's the most well known, of course. The front end, not so much. Although there is that scene where he carries a basket in and the porcelain magazines. This is where Jenny sees the posting about the dad's 5 years jail in penal servitude for selling state secrets from the Foreign Office.
Hello, my dears. How'd that it, are you? Yeah, well, yeah. One good turn deserves another, that's what I always say.
Oh, that's a posh one with curtains on. I don't know. You're blocking me view, Albert. Vale Railway. Wilson Reed & Co, Hyde Park, Glasgow, 1899, number 5408. Is it just tea and biscuits, coffee? Can you get a nice meal there? Ingrowth Tunnel, 150 yards. Hmm. I've not been on the actual station point. Let's have a look, see if this is a little unspoilt scenic one as well. Ingrowth West. A bit dark, can you get all the lights switched off? All that luggage on trolleys is for sunny days, on touristy days. Yes, I've not been here before on this station. Winter steam, yeah, because the steam effects are sort of exaggerated in cold weather. They recommend you come here when it's cold. Love that smell. Coal smoke. Yeah, so this is sort of the missing station from my visits. Still recording, it must be due to ping out. So museums here. I didn't bother looking around this museum, I went to the one at Oxenholme instead.
Oh, hello?
Now then, this little cottage of the porter, Perks, Albert Perks, has been added on to, which is why it doesn't look the same around this corner. Imagine building an extra house, it's weird, isn't it? Why would you do that? Oh, new builds back there, that's why. So the little lad on the bog, and that porch is new. Oh, the choo-choo Jew. Probably the same one. That's the gate Albert came through, whistling. Different one, that isn't it? I think. Oh no, it's a Glasgow one. So despite turning off, I beat it. Oh, very nice. I should have these railways all over England, off the main line, just keep them going. A line of bloody cars now, nothing behind, is there? I thought of asking someone here if there's access to that tunnel. I'll have a look at my map and then ask. You have to wait for him to give a nod. Thank you. Camera's still working. Yes, amazingly. Must be that new battery that's in. Yeah, so here we are again and it's open. I do. Right. I've just been studying my map. I thought there'd be access to that tunnel because it's on the tourist. Yeah, I talked to Sally Tomset on Twitter. She talks to alt fans on Twitter, so I've sent her some recent pictures. I was here the other week. And she said, "Oh, lovely memory, Stephen, thank you." And I said, "Well, it's your 50th anniversary next May. Are you coming for a big do on 50th? Well, no one's mentioned anything yet," she said. But I imagine there will be. Because that plaque says 40 years, 9 years ago, so it's 50th next year. Yes, that's the bench we sat on. Waiting for the old gentleman. I think I'll have a sit down. Pity it's not a tea room, I'm gasping. So I went past it. Ready to turn off. Don't matter, it's only a tunnel. But of course, yeah, the mouth of that tunnel is where they were waving all them times. Send our love to Daddy. So I wanted to see it. Plus the landslide, plus that's where they went in because that lad broke his leg. So I'm here again. I'm watching film. I just sent for the digitally remastered 40th anniversary one. I thought, where's the walnut, the Ogden's walnut sign gone? To be entirely authentic, it should have been on that corner. Although it said porter's room, it was Bernard Cribbin's, Albert Perks's porter's room, weren't it? Yeah, that's where the Ogden's walnuts should be, sweet as a nut. Oh yeah, I've got all 3 DVDs. Oh, is that Jim? Are you Jim? Oh really? Oh, I've just sent for a hardback version because it said updated, and I said, is it definitely updated one? Right, yeah, the updated and... Really, it said Highback. World of Books I've sent for one, and it said Highback, and I thought, oh.
I wrote it, I published it.
Yeah.
The railway published it.
It might be a mistake then.
And that's the third one. The first and second are just
Yeah.
the smaller versions of that.
And you traced Gary, did you?
Yep.
Wow.
C'est bon, ma mère arrive, c'est bon. Je vous aide.
Look, I'm not sure we ought to send for police.
Oh, don't. Wait till Mummy comes. She speaks French beautifully. You'll love to hear her. I'm sure he hasn't done anything like you're sent to prison for.
Yeah, well, he looks without visible means to me.
No, they're not. I'm just reading on Wikipedia. It said it's been voted number 30 out of the 100 best British films ever. You know, family films. And it said Lionel Jeffries wasn't interviewed for that special release for 40th anniversary because he died 2 months. He died in March. And they were filming the interviews a couple of months later. Yeah, I like all British comedies. I was watching Two Ways Treks with him in, and Bernard Cribbins, and David Hodge was in as well, but you think they'd have asked David Hodge to be Mr. Perks, but he said Lionel was considering the role for himself, then decided to get his old friend Bernard to do it. Oh yeah.
Gary Warren, around about time the
Was that his record? Yeah. Jennifer Please and Lucky Guy, was it?
he was on stage in the West End in Maine.
Oh. Because there is another singer called Gary Warren that does all these old rockabilly songs from the 50s. I thought it can't be him.
I think he was an actor of football in America. And of course he was in Catweasel.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, the telling bone.
He came here. He's alright. He died a couple of years back.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, Jeffrey.
Right. He was a funny bugger. Funny, weird.
Yeah, they're all a bit eccentric. Yeah, you can imagine.
He was
He's called Jeffrey Baden.
Jeffrey Belden.
Yeah.
That's Chris Whittier took him down to his trouble.
Wow.
And he kept
Oh yeah, when you broke his leg. Well, he was in the 68 one as well, because it said Lionel Jeffries saw the BBC drama, the 7-part series, and decided to get...
been reading the book.
Pardon?
Sounds like you have been reading the book.
Well, I've been reading stuff online. Yeah, but I've just sent off eBay that, and there's another book off the same World of Books on eBay, and that just says it's a different author. Maybe that's a hardback one. I think it is.
There is no hardback, not the making.
Not of that, no. But there's another one. I forgot what the name of the lady is.
There's one called The Return of the Railway Children, which is a sequel.
No, it's a pan book, an old pan book, and it was I've sent for it. It's $6.99. That's the one, yeah, pan book.
Story.
The story of, right, Paul Davis, Jane Hollywood, that's it. Well, I've sent for that this morning as well as this.
It's just a
My heart's thumping like a steam engine, right under my sash, too. People's hearts aren't under their sashes. I don't care, mine is.
Well, if you're going to talk like a poetry book, my heart's in my mouth. My heart's in my boots, if it comes to that.
I sent for 2 cassettes with Dinah Sheridan doing the narration. I've got the LP with Lionel Jeffries doing the narration. That's the one, yeah. Yeah, that might be the one that said hi back then. I'll see what comes. Like I said, they might have made a mistake because it's just a second-hand bookstore on eBay. World of Books are called, down south. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
And of course, around that time of the films, all sorts of other stuff came out. Paper sculpture.
Paper sculpture.
Press out full
Oh yeah.
page of it.
Everything a railway set.
And the thing about this, bear in mind it came out in the 70s. The various models were drawn by those two guys. Do those names mean anything to you?
Lawrence Cream, Kevin Godley, yeah. Godley and Cream, 10cc. Yeah.
They were art students in Manchester.
Wow. Yeah. One of my favourite ever songs, I'm Not in Love. I'm not in love. Yeah. Wow. So you've no cassettes right then. I've sent for an audiobook CD of Jenny reading the story. That's got Lionel with the original clips from film. I've got that.
And there was the soundtrack one. Got them,
Yeah, the green one, yeah.
got them both on CD somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. There's a very rare one that goes for £40. The actual one that looks like that on a CD, 1997, it's very, very rare. And it's on eBay, one for 35, a bit tatty.
Charity fundraiser for Jimmy's in Leeds.
Oh yeah, right.
It's got a load of well-known people doing kids songs.
Yeah, yeah, Vince Hill's on one.
Jenny Agatha, I think she's doing something like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Oh,
That must be fairly rare.
yeah. Well, I've sent for them cassettes. It's a double cassette, runs for 2 hours, of Dinah Sheridan reading it from 1977, it said.
Well, if you've got one of them at home,
Oh, have you?
you can... Yeah, well, inevitably got them. I used to be the volunteer station master here between about 84 and 2000.
Right,
Then I moved off to other things on the railway.
yeah.
And then when I retired, about 2 years ago now, I got arm twisted to come back.
Right, yeah, excellent. I'm looking forward to it coming then.
On its third edition. So
Yeah. Well, I wanted the updated one, but you couldn't send them a message. I was going to say, is it the updated one or not? But
the updated one. That's it.
well, the one I've sent for had that on, but it says image for illustration purposes only, so they don't always send you the picture on eBay what you're actually buying.
If you want one, they're normally £5.95, the kit's £5.
Oh, have you got a pile of them somewhere? All right. I sent Sally Tomset a still of that, and I said, what was Lionel saying there? And he said he was probably telling me off for going to the birdcage in Leeds. He said she went with Jenny, and they were there. So what were they doing there, the producer and Lionel Jeffries? It said there was a girl in a bikini in a birdcage, and they were throwing sixpences down a cleavage. And then they spotted Jenny and Sally. He said, I hope you remember your lines tomorrow, and he was tapping his watch. Oh yeah, Sally said she was terrified. When it said they're using explosives, she said, well, what if a bit flies towards us over the bridge?
There was a big tree in the middle of it all, that one.
Is that the fake one?
The last one.
Yeah.
I found the bloke that made it.
Really? Wow.
He was on sick leave from the army. He was an engineer in the army.
Oh, a sapper or something, knew about explosives. Or was he just building trees? Well, they made fake trees in wartime, didn't they?
It had a small explosive charge at the bottom of it, which was triggered. It rolled down the hill. It came into contact with something which triggered.
And then the planks fell over. Yeah.
There's all sorts of radio control gear in it.
Oh yeah. Well, it said it cost £10,000 to set up. Yeah, a lot better than in that 1968 drama. It's just a tree that falls on the line, but it said Lionel wanted something a bit more spectacular. Yeah, excellent stuff. Yeah, so it's May. It'll be May next year, the 50th. So hopefully they might all be here.
Well, I already know who's with me. I've already spoken to him. But he'll be here after shots of me.
Oh, good.
So many possible locals that were here. Extras and things like that.
Yeah.
That's why they made the tunnel, how they made the tunnel look dark.
Oh yeah, it said use of canvas sheets, because it said the tunnel isn't as deep and as long as it appears on the screen, so they used canvas sheets with the paintings on. What did you think of the remake then? I wasn't very keen when Jenny played the mum and they had Rab Nesbitt, Gregor Fisher playing Perks. It was okay, but yeah.
It's worth reading the book because it's nothing like the... Anyway, go on.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those old lamps that Perks was twiddling when you were looking at the buttercup brooch. Oh, lovely, thanks very much. Well, you can keep change, put it towards the upkeep of the line and everything. I'll make a donation, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's a likely little brooch, that. You know, I don't know, has ever seen a thing more like a buttercup without it were a buttercup.
Mother gave it to me for my birthday.
Oh, is that it? I didn't see it close to. It's highly decorative, that. Thank you.
Careful which book you order. If it's called The Making of the Railway Children, there's 3 of them. That's the latest edition.
All right.
If it hasn't got my name on it, it's not the next.
Well, do you normally sign copies? Could you please sign this then?
You want to devalue?
No, it's lovely to meet you. I'm a big enthusiast. Thank you very much. My name's Stephen with a V. Right, thank you very much. Cheers, Jim. Thank you. When them cassettes come, I might see about trying to digitise them, and you might like to listen to them. Did you say you heard Danny Sheridan doing the audio book? Oh, you've got it right. Yeah. Yeah, I like Diana Sheridan. She was in a George Formby film, Get Cracking, during wartime when she was about 19. Plus Genevieve, of course. I like Genevieve, 1953. Oh, that's Gary's record, is it? I thought it can't be the same chap. It must be that rockabilly star from the 50s. Really? It's a nice song though, Lucky Guy, because there's a few people sing it. Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
That's a really old copy of the book. It's actually a 6th edition, but it was published the same year as the 1st edition.
Oh right.
1906.
Wow. I've seen a 1957 with a Tatty Dust cover, but not a really old one. Wow.
A letter from Dinah Sheridan.
Oh.
Married Merivale as she was then.
Yeah. Well, before she was married. Wow.
She was married a couple of times.
Oh yeah. In fact, some of them didn't treat her very nice, did they? So I heard on the.
She's had 1 or 2 issues.
Yeah. Poor lady. So Gary Warren isn't likely to be here next May then for the 50th. Have you asked him, did you say?
Well, God, we tried to track him down. My spies tell me that he moved. He used to live in Oxfordshire. He's married with 2 grown-up kids now.
Oh yeah.
He was a white, supposedly a white man now.
Really? You'd think, like Sally Thompson, I mean, Sally hasn't done a great deal since Man About the House, apart from Panto, you think. Yeah. I suggested Sally opens the tea rooms in Haworth. I've just been down Haworth Main Street, and there's Sally Tomset's tea rooms. I said, you make a fortune. No, I think she married into money, so maybe she doesn't need it. Well, thanks very much, mate. See you again. So that's the author of this book, Jim Shipley. I sent for one off eBay. Excellent. I'll keep that nice. The one on eBay is very tatty. So, what time is it? 4 o'clock. Should I go back? And see if I can find that tunnel entrance, put a new battery in and see. Nice chatty old chap. Well, see if I can find that lane. While I'm here, I might as well have an attempt at finding it. Well, this is a lane I saw, so I should be able to park up here. It don't look so bad. I'll keep going as long as I can. Alright, moo cows. Yeah. Hello. Is this a lane to the tunnel? I've just been speaking to Jim Shipley at Oakworth, and he says there's a little lane, it leads to the tunnel and the embankment from the film where the girls were waving.
Right, yeah.
So it's down here, I'm on the right lane.
Just
Good.
go down and then you'll see a little,
A stile? Yeah, he said there was a stile.
but it's not a style, it's just, well, you'll see. And it's just on the left and just follow the,
It's not too far, is it?
show you.
Oh, don't go out your way, I'm just... it's not miles, is it? I was just saying, where is it? When he says, oh, so you go down a little lane, it might be muddy. I said, alright. Oh, it's getting worse, isn't it? Look at this. I said to him, I said, you think there'd be signposts and tourists and guided walks. So he says there is a guided walk, but people do it themselves with a map. Well, he said the wooden fence they were sat on waving is long gone. I said, alright. Can you see the entrance of the tunnel though? Right. Yeah. Is the tunnel mouth there? A bit further on. Alright. How did you get camera crews up there then? Right. It's alright, I'll have a look. Right, I'm filming this from my camera, you see. Thanks very much for your help. It's alright, doggy. Thank you. No what? Right, thank you. Yeah, it looks a bit slippy, thank you. That way. Yeah, I can see it. Train coming as well. Ah, this is more like it. See if I'm still filming up, so.
Charming.
Yes. It appears to be all overgrown. It'd be about 100 feet further that way. But look at it, it's all wild. So they said the fence is long gone. At least got a wave. Yeah. Let's see if there's an obvious path. No is the answer. Yeah, I'll go back. No, it might look I'll tread on a bloody wasp nest and get stung after death. Like that. I still have my keys in my pocket. Things I do for accuracy. well, don't want to break your ankles, don't attempt to come down here. Oh, they're worth the effort. If I was doing a touristy thing though, I'd clear a path, have a proper fence rebuilt. But like Jim said, I don't think they're too bothered, are they? Hello. Let's get on. So I've got what I wanted. Not exactly in the same spot, but near enough. Alright, baby. When it said the fence is long gone, why? Has it rotted or was it ripped up? Someone said online that there were complaints by the railways that the film encouraged kids to trespass on the railway line and get in danger, but it was dismissed as cobblers because it said, well, it's set in Edwardian times, therefore no such restrictions applied back then. So there. Yeah, it was the BBFC, the British Board of Film Centres, were whinging. This film encourages children to play on the lines. You see that lady frantically waving I was going the wrong way. Let's get home. Still have nothing to eat. Well, I think the microphone moved. I just stopped at this convenience store and got a twirl bar chocolate and some Lucozade to wake me up for my return journey. 91.4. So like I said before, I'll see how many miles we clock up. Probably about 20, I imagine. Slow down, silly moo. I was wondering if I got a load of soil on my new jeans. I'm wearing my new black jeans. the way to Colne. I should have turned around and had a look at the Worth Valley, but I'll get home. Can you imagine that tunnel? The most famous spot, probably. The girls and the lad waving to the trains, and it's inaccessible. Although, like I said, from that where I parked my bike, some cows weren't there, camera crew and the people would have come through. It would have been a 2-minute walk before all that undergrowth started bloody sprouting. All them trees will be what's grown over the past 50 years. It was 50 years ago. Oh, there is a pub here, the Grouse. Thought there was. Is it going to rain on me? What's down in that dip then? Colne, 6 mile, that said. Oh yeah, that's where I went, alternative road to Haworth. little spots of rain. nearly back at the main road after, like I said, 4 miles or so. Seems long run up, long country road, but it isn't. Trouble is, Colne's about 16 mile on the motorway now back home. Thought this microphone was alright. Heathcliff Cottage. Thank you, Albert. So this is where you turn off. Go to the end of the M65 to Colne and carry on the Keighley Road, Emmett Arms, and you turn off. But be careful, it's a bad junction this. on a normally very busy road. The Alma Inn.